Adventure anime is an awkward topic. This action-based genre has some of our favorite series to date, such as Pokemon, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Bakugan, or even JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Most of these anime seem to have long, elaborate journeys with deep character moments and mostly always feature underpowered characters. Fortunately, I managed to find a couple of anime that seem to break that pattern of formula and feature an extremely overpowered main character. So this is our list of the top 10 adventure anime where the main character is an overpowered legend. 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥. The story follows Kotoko Iwanaga, a young, charming, and charismatic girl with a lovable personality. She lives in a world where hidden spirits known as yokai secretly inhabit the human world and lurk while being completely hidden in plain sight. Although most of the yokai are harmless beings, just living out their very own lives, a certain faction amidst these yokai threatens to destroy the peace and harmony between the two realms. Kotoko has agreed to become the mediator between the two realms of humans and spirits. As the goddess of wisdom, she aims to resolve any problems that arise between the two organisms. Being the goddess of wisdom, she can command most of the spirits and make them do her bidding. She sends them to run errands for her, or gather information, and even bring certain objects that aren't in her reach. Kotoko is the goddess of wisdom, so she has an incredibly high intellect level and deduction skills. She can determine multiple conclusive theories just by looking at her clients and deducing their situation. 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 no wa de 𝐒𝐿𝐴 ni kyokufuri shitai to omoimasu. After a while of bugging from her friend, Kaide Honju hesitantly agrees to try New World Online, an extremely popular VR MMO played by hundreds of thousands of people across Japan. She names her in-game character Maple and sets out on her journey. She's a proper noob to this genre, and she allocates all of her stat points to Vitality in order to not lose any health. With 0 stat points in any of the other categories, Maple has extremely high defense, but she can't hit hard or move very fast. Lucky for her though, due to her high defense, Maple acquires a bunch of overpowered skills, such as Total Defense, Poison Immunity, and Devour. These skills come hand in hand along with a bunch of the new items she acquires in the game, which allow her to destroy enemies in a single hit. After only a few days worth of playtime, she gains the reputation as a player that is both unkillable and overly powerful. 𝐻𝐴 sori wa nai desho. After waking up in a brand new, unknown world to him, the main character Shingo realizes that he has literally got the body of a 6-year-old. The 25-year-old retains the memories of his work life at an investment firm. Shingo learns that the person's body he is in now is none other than Wendelin von Benno Baumeister, the 8th and youngest son of a poor noble family that lives on the outskirts of a countryside. After waking up to this extremely bizarre situation, Shingo aka Wendelin strives to completely change his family's financial and social status for the better as he begins working his hardest. His newly discovered affinity with magical abilities is just what he might need to help him out here. The God of High School. Before I talk about this anime, I would like to urge you to go watch it for yourselves. It is absolutely amazing. The series focuses on the God of High School tournament. It starts out with the tournament beginning as the winner will be named the greatest fighter among all the Korean high school students. Every single martial art style, weapons, and means of winning are allowed. The prize is that you can wish for literally any one thing you want in the world. The Taekwondo expert Jin Mori is our main character, is invited to participate in the tournament. He meets a bunch of people from all walks of life there, and he befriends the karate expert Han Dae-wi and a swordsman named Yu Mi-ra. They both have seemingly entered the tournament for their own personal reasons too. Mori is fully aware of the danger of competing in such a tournament, as no 2 matches will be the same, and that each competitor he goes up against will be tougher than the last. But instead of being worried, he's having the time of his life thinking about this. Shoukoku no Altair. Tughril Mahmut, the young prime minister, or second in command, at the divan of the Turkiya stratocracy. The clouds of war are getting darker and darker as they loom over his country. The threats of an overly aggressive empire become more meaningful each day, with the land split between the hardcore warmongers and pacifists who are anti-war at all costs. Mahmut has to ensure that he keeps the peace, and if not, then keep his sultanate safe from harm. He finds himself falling deeper and deeper into the cesspool of political trickery and betrayal. The story of Mahmut's intelligent decision-making and problem-solving skills is an adventure for the ages, as we see him heading from one place to the other in order to make new allies and treaties with his enemies and friends. The political thriller part of this series is shown so well from the perspective of Mahmut, it's an absolute delight to watch. Zetsuin no Tempest, Yoshino Takigawa is secretly dating his best friend's younger sister. This seemingly ordinary teenager is having the time of his life, but when his girlfriend Aika mysteriously dies and his best friend Mahiro leaves to hunt down the culprit behind his beloved younger sister's murder, Yoshino doesn't really falter much. He keeps his life continued as usual until he's confronted by a mysterious girl who puts a gun to his head. It's only then that Mahiro arrives in the nick of time to rescue Yoshino from sudden death. Mahiro tells him that he's enlisted the help of a witch named Hazake Kusaribe to find the murderer behind Aika's death and to find the existence of an ancient power known as the Tree of Exodus. The witch's brother aims to make this power his very own, but Hakaze and Mahiro have other plans. However, Kaze is banished to a faraway land, and it's up to Yoshino and Mahiro to help the witch solve the murder of Mahiro's younger sister. Shichisei no Subaru. Asahi's life literally ended in the real world as she died while playing a world-renowned online role-playing game called Union. The members of the Subaru party went their separate ways due to the game shutting down after Asahi's death. 6 years later, though, Haruto logs back onto the new version of Union, called Reunion, and he reunites with Asahi. Is it actually her, or is it just an electronic projection of her? The members of the Subaru party will band together to find out in this deadly and terrifying game of chance and logic. Draga no Tao, the Aegis of Uruk. Every few years, the summer of Anu appears, thanks to the divine protection of Anu, the sky god. All of the demons in the tower lose their power, and the country of Uruk becomes safe for the duration. Uruk has been engaged in a long-lasting battle against these demons for ages to keep them pushed back. They've built positions inside the tower and keep pushing to reach the higher levels. During the third summer of Anu, they take their chances to attack and suppress the demon Druaga once and for all. Fortunately, an entire city called Meskia is built on the first level of the tower. It's the hub world for the soldiers and also adventurers in search for the blue crystal rod, the treasure that lies at the top of the tower. Jill, the protagonist, is a 16-year-old adventurer who dreams of reaching the top of the Tower Druaga. Will Jill use his overly capable defensive guardian skills to defeat all of the enemies in his path, or will he fail to do so and fall in the tower just like many others? Tata Kao Shisho, Book of Bantora. In the world of Bantora, each person turns into a book after their death, and these books are stored in the Bantora Library, where the stories of these people are kept safe and secure. Bantora Library is kept safe by a team of armed librarians with psychic powers as they fight the religious order 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭 Kyudan to protect all this knowledge. Hamyutsu Meseta is the current acting director of the Bantora Library. She's a first-class armed librarian, and also the strongest in her line of work. She has to work together with her group of armed librarians to push back the religious order. But just like in all anime, things aren't as simple as they seem, as backstories and flashbacks are revealed and Hamyutsu's past is shown and her struggles to become what she is now as an overpowered being. Mushishi. Mushi stands for the most basic forms of life in the world. These lives are there without any purpose of being. They're just simply there. They live beyond the shackles of characterization such as good or bad, forever in a gray area. Mushi can exist in a plethora of different shapes and forms, and can imitate beings in other worlds such as our world's plants, diseases, and even certain phenomena like rainbows. Although this is a very vague simplification of the term mushi, detailed information is almost impossible to find since literally no one is aware of their existence. Ginkgo ponders constantly about their existence. Ginkgo, our hero, is running after even the slightest of rumors that could lead him to the existence of the mushi. In search of the meaning of life, he might just find something else entirely. So that was our list of the top 10 adventure anime with an overpowered MC. If you liked this video, then please make sure to like it and subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Comment on what else you'd like to see from us, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace!